I start with the Philadelphia Eagles, and when we were listening to Jalen Hurts speak yesterday, as we carried live on the show, I think most of what we were looking for is his reaction to the AJ thing and the Brandon Graham thing, right? That's what we're like. What is he going to say about AJ? What is he going to say about Brandon Graham? So the rest of it, I wasn't paying a ton of attention. And then Jack said, hey, did you hear this one thing he said? And I was like, oh, I haven't heard that. And Jack, why don't you play it for everybody?
It's about the team. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care how it looks. It's kind of my game, and I think that's something that people have to accept. That it's going to look how Jalen Hurts wants it to look. But he's going to win.
So you're going to have to accept how it looks, because how Jalen Hurts wants it to look, and this is the way it's going to look. Mm-hmm. Well, I do not accept that this is the way that it should look or the way that we should feel about it afterwards, because the way that it looks right now is not good enough. This isn't just about the game, like the passing game looking ugly. It's about how good it is. It's not just about how it looks. It's about production. The pass offense is not productive enough, and it's getting worse. The pass offense is so bad that the star wide receiver is whining during a 9-game winning streak. This is not about it looking ugly. It's about it not being good enough. And I can accept that this is who he is, sure, if this is what it is, but then I can't accept him as a quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles, right? If this is all it is. I can't accept that we have the best offensive line in football, the best wide receiver pairing in football, the best running back in football, but somehow we can't pass the ball. We have the third worst sack rate in the league with the best offensive line in football. Why? Why is that? I can't accept that we have the best wide receiver duo in the NFL and we end up with 80 net passing yards the week after we end up with 100 net passing yards. I can't accept that. I can't accept that we're doing whatever we can to not pass the ball with an offense with personnel and coordinators that is designed to be able to be prolific and not just go 3 yards in a cloud of dust. So while I have, I guess, some sense of hope that the passing game can get better, if Jalen Hurts is going to come out and tell me, well, this is how it's going to look and you just have to accept it, I don't accept it because it's not good enough.
You good?
I'm good.
Well, because see, here's the thing. Listen, and we talked about this in the pre-show meeting, and I get where you're coming from. And quite frankly, when you hear him say it, you're like, okay. That sounds a little boastful, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. But here's where I will depart from where you're at and sort of side with him, as if that's a surprise. But the winning aspect of it does matter. It does matter, Spike. Listen, I know it sucks. Sucks for everybody who is critical of, I guess, Jalen. I don't know if he's reached his full potential. Is he maximizing his potential? For everyone that's critical of the passing game, and that includes his own receivers. So I'm going to throw them in there as well, because it's not like fans are the only one who are critical of the passing game. Clearly, the receivers aren't necessarily happy.
He wasn't talking about the pass. He was talking about passing attack. He was talking about the run blocking.
No, we're not going to do that. No, we're not going to do that.
Come on.
No, we're not going to do that. Listen, I'm not going for that. Listen, I can be happy that we moved on from what looked like a damn disaster waiting to happen, and everybody is kumbaya-ed it out. Okay. Sure. Okay, I'll move on from that. We'll see what it looks like moving forward. But I'm not going to accept that it wasn't a critical statement being made about the passing game, which, quite frankly, is a indirect shot at the quarterback.
Sure.
So we're not debating that. I'm on board. I don't care what AJ says. I'm happy he said it, but we know what the true intent was there. That being said, here's where I'm with Jalen. This is what his game is. I said this earlier in the year, Spike. I said we have to just I had to accept it. And listen, I've done the arguments about top 5, top 10. I've done all that. Not lately. I haven't done that argument lately because I don't think that's a worthy argument as it pertains to where they're at now. So I had to accept games ago, months ago, I think this is where he is that he doesn't make plays that usually cost you games late. And when there's a critical drive, he usually makes plays, whether it's with his legs or whether it's with his arm. He's made those throws. He has. Am I saying that there isn't room for improvement? Sure there is. But if I'm looking at him ultimately and he's saying, let me hear it one more time, Jalen.
It's about the team. Yeah, I don't care how it looks. It's kind of my game, and I think that's something that people have to accept, that, it's going to look how Jalen Hurts wants it to look, but he's going to win.
It's the truth.
Well,
it's the truth, and you have to accept it. Well, and here's why you got to accept it. Real quick, and I'll let you go. I can jump back in there.
Okay.
They won a lot of football games. They won a lot of football games, man. This dude at quarterback has won a lot of football games. I don't believe in the QB win stat. I don't buy into that. I'm just saying as a team, they won a lot of games with him at the quarterback position. That can't be ignored.
It can't be ignored, but there's one specific game that I would like to win, and it's the final game of the year. Sure. And I don't think and I keep saying that this reminds me of Ben Simmons. And what this quote reminds me of is when Doc Rivers told all of us we had to appreciate what Ben Simmons does. And like you're gonna have to appreciate what he does. It's like, okay, that's fine.
He's a treasure.
He's a treasure.
This ain't right.
I appreciate.
Celebrate him. Celebrate all the stuff he does well.
Actually, I didn't even know you had that ready. Because I didn't even think I was gonna say
this
that. But
not right.
But it reminds me of, yes, he defends well. Yes, he's tall and athletic. Yes, all these things. But he is the point guard, right? So I want him to be able to get to the line, to shoot the ball. Blah 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 blah. Yes, it is nice, and it's the same thing with Jalen. Does he make plays at the end of games? Does he make plays with, like, he does. But 100%. And he is durable, and he doesn't get too emotional one way or the other. He keeps his head in the game. All of those things are positive attributes. I'm worried about throwing the football. And he says that I should just accept that this is who he is. Now, look, I guess there's two ways to say it. If he's saying, I can't throw the football that well, then that's fine. Then it is what it is. But what I'm saying is, for me, for the Philadelphia Eagles, I do not accept this.
He's not saying he can't throw the football. What he's saying is, this is how I'm going to go win football games. It may not be the prettiest. It may not be like the cookie cutter model that we want it to be when we look at franchise quarterbacks. And I agree with that. I'm telling you, I've had to accept it myself. I just accepted it sooner. And I'm okay with it because they win. Now, I'll tell you this. I reserve the right to be critical if it isn't good enough once you get in the playoffs. If you get in the game in the playoffs and it's this way and we don't win, then you get criticized for not being good enough on that day. You can get away with this as long as you're winning. I'm going to just put it that way. Like, he can get away with this as long as you're winning, and that's the way I look at it, is that he's winning games, they're winning games. I got to accept it.
All right, Jack, one more time before I give the phone numbers out. But they would play it one more time. This is what Jalen said yesterday.
Yeah, I don't care how it looks. It's kind of my game, and I think that's something that people have to accept, that it's going to look how Jalen Hurts wants it to look.
All right,
but he's going to win.
Do you accept?
I like the third person.
Yes.
Look how Jalen Hurts wants it to look.
Ricky.
So
Ricky Henderson.
215-592-9494. Do you accept that this is how it's going to look? Is this good enough? We do have next question today, as we have a Hand and Stone massage and facial spa gift card for a 50-minute massage or facial. You give the gift of results this holiday season at Hand and Stone Massage and Facial Spa. Buy a spa package and get a free massage or facial gift card. All right. So it's Bob Barker's birthday. Born in 1923, by the way. Bob Barker has a very, very famous...
1923?
Yes.
He's not...
He's not with us anymore. No. So the next question today is, who died that Ike isn't sure of? No, it's not.
I wasn't sure.
So, Bob Barker has a very famous movie cameo in Happy Gilmore.
Loved it.
So we are doing your favorite cameo. Now, it can be in a TV show. It can be in a movie. It could be in a song. There's cameos in songs. So your favorite cameo. So that'll be next question today. The best one will get a hand and stone massage and facial spa gift card in addition to your Eagles point. Jack, you want to give us your favorite cameo?
Yeah, I know Ike never watched the show, but Keith Hernandez in Seinfeld
Was a great one.
it's an all-timer.
All-timer. Yes.
Yeah.
Turned into a
Not that
running
I
bit on the
just
show.
Never watched the show.
Yeah,
just
it's
not a regular of
rarely.
the show.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, now we're changing facts. You
Yeah.
told me a million times you've never seen
I'm
Seinfeld.
saying-
What do we tell?
Well, you've never
I've
seen
the show.
Oh, now you
before.
get backed into a corner, and now it's like, well, I watched an episode here or there, but we bring up Seinfeld all the time, and I get crickets.
Well, how about this? Full
I
episode?
will tell you, I can't tell you any specific show
Right.
I've watched. I'll admit that.
No,
yes,
it's fine.
I will admit that.
Keith Hernandez, I believe, he wanted to date Elaine.
Yes.
All the time.
Yes.
Okay.
And then there was the spitball.
Yeah,
It
they
was
had
the-
the
yes.
the Zapruder film of the
Yes.
spit.
It's a great episode. It's a great episode.
Don't worry, I'm not going to go back and look at it.
Do you
Come on,
have,
man.
Do you have a famous cameo?
There's so many cameos, right?
There are a lot.
There are so many cameos. And I'm sure more will pop in my head. I can't wait to hear the audience's selections. I'm gonna go with a popular one
Okay.
in a movie.
Okay.
Actually brought him back to life. I think he became a part of pop culture again. Well,
Okay.
for the first time, really. Former athlete,
Okay.
Iron Mike Tyson.
Oh, in The Hangover.
The Hangover.
That's a great
Yes,
cameo.
right? That's a great cameo right there.
That's a winning. You win the gift card. That is a winning. That is a winning one.
Yes, him singing. That's a great cameo.
So I'm
That was
going.
Phil Collins, right? In the Heat of the Night?
Yes.
The Air
In the
Tonight?
Air
Yeah,
Tonight.
In the Air Tonight.
yeah.
Yep.
What I say in the Heat?
In the Heat
In the
tonight.
Tonight.
In the Heat of the Night, I think it's a TV show.
In Heat of the Night. Is that
Heat of the Night's another song. It's not in the air tonight.
All right.
Yeah. So I'm going to go with this one, but I'm worried that you guys haven't seen this.
Well,
Dude, is it a Blur Oasis
No,
thing again?
no.
Why don't
no.
you pick something that the show
Look, I know
understands?
the listener is going to know this.
as long as they know, I'm not cultured.
Bill Murray in Zombieland. It is.
Yeah.
Have you seen Zombieland? That is a popular movie. It's
Nobody
pop-
has seen Zombie.
No one cares about Zombieland.
That is not true.
No one has seen
Sounds like a
Zombie.
Twitter
You're going to get your Twitters. You're going to get you put it up as a Twitter question. Put it up as a Twitter question.
Nobody has seen Zombie.
It is first of all, it's a really good movie.
Who started it? Zombieland?
Yeah, the guy who played Mark Zuckerberg in the Facebook
Michael
movie.
Cera.
Woody Harrelson's in it.
Okay.
No, that's not Michael Cera, but that's okay.
Never a doubt.
Yeah.
Stop. Nobody's listening to anything you say anyway, man.
Is that Michael Cera?
I don't think so.
Whatever Spike says.
I think it's the guy
It's
from
his
the
movie.
I think it's the guy from the Facebook
Jesse
movie.
Eisenberg.
Jesse Eisenberg. Yes.
Buzz told me that.
Yes. Skinny white guy, but not the same guy.
Okay.
Bill Murray is in this well, whatever. If you didn't see it, it's a great cameo, and he dies real quick.
Bill Murray?
Yeah.
Zombieland?
Yes.
Way to give a spoiler away.
Wow. The movie's 20 years old.
I was going to say,
I'm not too
that
worried about
that
it.
was going to be my next question.
Yes.
When did the movie come out?
15 years, maybe. I think maybe it's right around a 09, 2010 movie. I think Zombieland.
I'll
can't
get
believe that's 20
I'll get
years.
10,000 people telling me how great of a movie Zombieland
I'm
was.
telling you, it's a great movie. It's a great movie.
I've never even heard of it.
All right. So that is next question today. Give us your favorite cameo. And the lead question, do you accept? Jalen Hurts
Yes,
says you
he's
have
a
to
winner.
accept that. Oh, God.
Winner.
That this is who he is. Do you accept it?